welcome to Puzzle Master. Today I'm going to be showing you the solution for the Hanayama arrows puzzle, which means I'm going to be showing you how you can take each of the 4 arrows out of the heart and then how you can reassemble it all back to its starting position. Now the arrows puzzle is a level 3 out of a possible 6-star difficulty rating on Hanayama's own scale, and it is a level 7 out of 10 on Puzzle Master's difficulty scale. And if you haven't got the puzzle already, or if you want some more similar puzzles to the arrow puzzle, then check out our website puzzlemaster.ca. And without further ado, let's get into the solution. So here is a fully assembled arrows puzzle. Now before we actually get into how you solve it, I'm going to talk you through why it solves first, because that's going to help you more. And I didn't mention it before, but this puzzle is very, very fiddly. And I am guaranteeing that you will not solve this puzzle first time around, because bits will fall out of place or slide where you want them to slide. And it can be very annoying. So if you get this right in your first 10 attempts, then you have done very well. If I get it right in my first 10, I will also be very happy as well. But first of all, so why does it solve? Now, at first glance, it looks like all these 4 arrows are exactly the same. However, you will notice, or I've probably noticed, that one of them is engraved with the word arrows. And this arrow is slightly different to all the other arrows. And the difference is in the tail. So if we look down here, you'll see that these 2 shapes, or the tail on each side, is actually slightly different. This one on this side is slightly lower and a slightly different angle, and it's this side here that allows this puzzle, or allows this arrow to be the first one to come out, and then which gives us the space to get the other 3 out. It has to be this one that comes out first in the position that I'm about to show you. And the position I'm about to show you is that one, you'll see the space on the heart has 2 spaces on each side, and we have to get 2 of the arrows to occupy one of those spaces. We have to get one of the arrows into this position here, and then we can get the arrow piece out. And I'll show you how. This might take a few takes, but I'll show you how you can do that in what I have found to be the easiest puzzle, or the easiest way to replicate the positions. So what we're going to do is, first of all, you want the arrows at the right hand side, or whichever side you want. It can be either end. As long as it is one end, it does not matter which way around. So what we're going to do, if it's not the right way around, then all you have to do is sort of to swap them around. So let's say, for instance, I want to move this arrow to here. All I have to do is pick it up, turn them around, and drop them back down. And then just move them like that till you get the arrow puzzle, or the arrow's arrow in the right end. So what we're going to do is we are going to hold it sideways because we can control the movement a little bit better. We're going to take the middle 2 arrows and we're going to turn them on sideways. So I'm going to rotate them into this position here. Now, when I've done that, what I want to do now is also rotate this arrows, the one that's going to escape first. I want to get them in the middle of these 2 arrows here. Now this is super fiddly, and I also need to do it in a way that the low side here, so this side for me, is on the outside of the puzzle. So I'm going to rotate it so that the arrow's engraving is visible to me, or is facing me. So what I need to do is now move that arrow piece in the middle of those 2. And then what I should be able to do, as long as I keep the position of the tails in the right position, all I then have to do is twist it around here and separate from there. And for some reason, luck has been on my side, and this has been the first take, and I've been lucky, essentially. Now that's the hard part, or that's the first tricky part. Next, we need to do exactly the same position. We need to get an arrow on each side of the puzzle, and it doesn't matter which way around or which order these 3 arrows now come out, because they're all exactly the same. So what we need to do is get these 2 pieces rotated this way. We need to do the same, essentially the same again. So I'll start again from here. So we've got the arrows in this position. We're going to rotate 2 of the arrows into this position here. We're going to slide that 3rd arrow in the middle of them. One of the hard parts of this puzzle is you can sort of think that they are ordered the right way around at one end, but you look at the bottom and the tails are all over the place. So we need to get it so that we are here, but sideways on. I've not been quite as lucky at getting them into this position here. So we're almost there. There. So we've got the 3 arrows sideways on, one's on this side, one's on this side, and what that allows us to do is that we've then got the space to slide this middle arrow out, and then from here you can essentially just shake it and the last 2 arrows will fall out. And that is very long-winded, and it will be very frustrating for you to do first time. Again, it probably won't be the first time that you do it, and things will fall apart, but that is how you separate the arrows puzzle. And to put it back together, we have got just as fiddly of a job as it was to take them apart. So we're going to put 1 arrow in, we're going to hold it in that position there, we're going to put a second arrow in. Make sure you're leaving the arrow to last, that's the only one that can go in last. So you can slide 2 in very easily. What we need to then do is split those 2 arrows so we can slide that 3rd one in the middle. That one, so to get to this point is quite simple, but now we need to turn one of these arrows. So we'll try and take the middle one and we'll turn it to one end. And we'll just organize the tails into this position. Now we're going to take the arrows piece. Again, you want the bottom side, the lower side, is going to be on the outside of the puzzle. So if I'm sliding it down in this way, the lower side should be opposite the arrow that it's sliding down against. So now the challenge is to get this arrow in the middle of these 2 arrows while they're on each side. So we've created a little bit of a gap again. There's no real system to this, it's just create a gap, hold them in place, and then you can slide that last one back in. And we've got a reassembled arrows puzzle, and then just play around with them, untangle them until you get back into this position here. So there we go. Now, as I've said in the video, this one is super fiddly. This can be so annoying to take apart and put back together because of how loose everything is, and when you've got it in a certain position, then it ends up slipping and falling and you end up right back at square one. So it will probably take you 10-15 attempts of getting everything in the right position before you actually separate that first piece. And even once you've got the first piece out, then you've still got to rearrange all 3 arrows and then get them out. It's not easy. It's not easy whatsoever. Even when you know the solution, even when you know that the arrow with the arrow engraving on is sort of in this position at the bottom tail, and that's how it solves. Even knowing that, even knowing exactly the formation that you need to get it in to take it apart, it's still tough. Having said that, hopefully this video has helped you solve the arrows puzzle for yourself. If you want to get more puzzles just like the arrow puzzle, then check out our website puzzlemaster.ca, where we have the biggest variety of puzzles on the internet in the world. And until next time, I will see you later.